live. You're watching Fox 44 First Edition.
As you're waking up this morning, the capital region is feeling the effects of rain and flooding. This was the scene along I-10. Just take a look at this picture. That water completely covered the road this morning. Hundreds of homes are flooded. There have been a number of rescues, and schools and offices are closed. We've been working around the clock to keep you informed, and we'll have more information on what you can expect. Well, good morning. Thank you for joining us for Fox 44 First Edition. It's been a night of rain and flooding. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz joins us now. Ashley, what can we expect moving forward?
Well, Jonah, we're not done with the rain. In fact, we will see several rounds of rain between now and Thursday. So we're already starting to see some redevelopment for our western parishes. So Point Capee and the Florida parishes actually have been mostly dry, but we're already seeing some storms developing, and the Weather Prediction Center issued a discussion online saying that basically all of South Louisiana within the next several hours could see some additional flash flooding. We're seeing that here locally. Iberville, we have EBR Parish, Ascension Parish, and Livingston Parish all under a flash flood warning until 10 o'clock this morning. So that means flash flooding is occurring or ongoing, and it's imminent, and that will continue to be the case. These areas have seen over about a foot of rainfall, some spots within the last 12 to 24 hours. So here's a better look at that flash flood warning. We have flash flood emergencies for southeast Baton Rouge, and so water rescues have been the case pretty much all morning long. Here's a look at the rainfall totals over the last 24 hours. Again, anywhere between 8 and about 14 inches of rainfall for areas shaded in that fuchsia color. So that does include southeastern Baton Rouge, portions near Shenandoah, Old Jefferson, and Prairieville, Gonzales, and the rain is going to continue. So it has been on the light side, but you can see some pockets of red and yellows. That's indicating some heavy rain, and you can see some little spotty thunderstorms starting to develop near Iberville Parish and then Point Capee Parish. And this is all a part of a complex system that is slowly but surely moving to the northeast. So it's kind of pinwheeling around. And here are some of the river observations since about 6 a.m. is the latest updates. 6 or 7 a.m. Ward Creek close to 24 feet. Westminster 23 and a half feet. And some spots reached record levels, and then they're starting to come down a little bit. But with any heavy rain that we see today, we could see some additional issues with our rivers and creeks. Of course, this is just portions of the Amite River. Some other spots are seeing some issues as well, the Comite, and so I'll have a full look at all those numbers coming up in the full report, but you can also find those on the National Weather Service's website, and I'll put a link to it on our website, brproud.com. If you're not dealing with flooding right now, just know that the potential will certainly be there. We have a flash flood watch for the entire area until tomorrow afternoon at least. That's not to say that the National Weather Service won't extend this into Thursday, because we could see an additional 4 to 6 inches of rain. Some spots may pick up 4 to 6 inches of rain today alone. So again, it's not going to take much to see some additional issues. As for the next 7 days, again, we're going to see heavy rain at times today, tomorrow, and then possibly into Thursday before we dry out. But until then, we could have some issues. We're already seeing issues out there, including road closures. We have numerous road closures out there. Let's get a check on your traffic this morning. You can look at I-10 right now at Highland. Highland to Segan is shut down on I-10 both directions due to high water. We have high water near Rieger Road and then near Segan, and again seeing some high water on the interstate itself. So you have to get off the interstate there, and you see all those dots. Those are all reports or road closures, or again some flood issues there. Seeing some very heavy traffic on Airline as well, so you will have to get off the interstate again between Highland and Segan, and your alternate route at this point would be on Airline. Your traffic is sponsored by Peyton Murphy at the Murphy Law Firm. Jonah?
Thank you, Ashley. This morning, tens of thousands of people are without power across the state. According to Entergy's power outage map, over 24,000 people in the state do not have electricity, including over 16,000 in East Baton Rouge Parish. The roads are starting to clear up, but officials are urging you to stay in if you don't need to be out. And some Baton Rouge area schools are closing today due to last night's severe weather. East Baton Rouge, the Dunham School, Iberville, and Ascension Parish schools are closed. All city parish buildings are also closed today. School officials say they expect to resume classes tomorrow. Now, there are hundreds of road closures and partially closed roadways across the viewing area. These are just some of the major closures. It includes parts of I-10 east and west at Seagan and Highland roads. Now, Bluebonnet at Highland and Burbank are also closed due to water. We're also seeing closures at Sherwood and Old Hammond Highway. Keep an eye on the parish's Rest Stick Ready social media pages for updates. Ascension Parish residents can look to the Sheriff's Office Facebook page for a long list of closures. And breaking news this morning, West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office confirms a body has been found along LA 415. A spokesman with the office says the body was found inside a car that had been submerged in water. We're told state police is investigating that incident. And this area along Seagan Lane flooded overnight. This apartment complex sits at the foot of the overpass near the Seagan Marketplace. Multiple people had to be rescued from this area, and some cars remain underwater this morning. You're taking a live picture right now. And now all night we've been asking for your viewer submitted photos and videos, and we thank you for submitting them. Take a look at this video shared by Jamie Marie Pope from Airline Highway. Airline had to be shut down in several places overnight because the water was too high to pass through. We heard multiple reports of stranded vehicles in this area, especially near Seagan Lane. And I was out on Seagan Lane last night, just in front of the Winn-Dixie. You can see a number of cars were still trying to make it down the road, some of them turning back, others flooding and stalling out. And Acadiana Thruway is clear, but last night it was a different scene. As you know, this is one of the areas that frequently floods, but as you're about to see, water levels nearly reach the train track that sits above it. Here along Acadian Thruway, an area that is known to flood, and it's doing exactly that. Just take a look at the ground. This is the road where it goes into that underpass, and just look at that water steady climbing up here. If you take a look at this water level, you can see that water is so high, it's nearly touching the train track that sits above it. In the distance, you can see that truck with those flashing lights. Those trucks are making sure people do not drive through this area, making sure people take those safety precautions and turn around over this way on this side. That's also a truck here that's acting as a safety barrier to ensure cars don't come in from the Perkins side of this thruway. There are also some orange and white safety barriers in place. Now, we've seen cars that have been turning around here. You know, the message here is turn around, don't drown. We hear about those safety measures all the time, and people are taking those precautions. And, you know, just some safety tips. People should not drive unless you must. Do not drive distracted, and turn around. Do not drive through water. Now, be aware of wind gusts and avoid driving through areas with downed lines and other debris. Again, this is the scene here on Acadian Thruway, and we'll continue to monitor these conditions and bring you the latest on air and online. And later today, we expect to hear from Governor John Bel Edwards about the flash flooding and continued threat to Louisiana for much of the rest of this week. The news conference is scheduled for this afternoon at 3:30. You can stream that on the free Be Our Proud app. And still ahead, we continue our weather coverage this morning. We'll take a look at how areas west of the capital city are weathering the storm.
And coming up after the break, we'll get a full check on your forecast and traffic. We'll be right back.
you hear me now? Hello? This boat that was doing rescues, yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Okay. This boat that I saw doing a couple rescues, it looks like they just picked up the BRZ reporter to drive them through, so you might see BRZ on it in a minute. I just didn't want y'all to take it by accident going, oh look, oh wait, it's BRZ.
Good morning, friends. 7:42, and we have a lot to talk about this morning. We're still dealing with showers and thunderstorms. Thankfully, the heaviest of rain is now to the east of our area. Unfortunately, we are looking at some redevelopment. You seeing some of those storms starting to spark back up. That's for portions of western Poincapie Parish, Iberville Parish. And then we have a line of moderate rainfall just south of Baton Rouge, basically a line just east of Morgan City as well. This is all a part of a complex of a storm system that is eventually going to lift to the northeast, kind of pinwheel out of here, but it's going to take a lot of time until now and then. I'll show you on the future track in a minute, but keep in mind we have that flash flood warning in effect for Iberville Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, and then portions of Ascension and Livingston Parish until 10 a.m. this morning. We'll have flash flood emergencies for southeastern portions of Baton Rouge, where we have some ongoing water rescues in play, and unfortunately, again, with more rain headed our way, we could easily see some additional flash flooding issues. So if you're not dealing with flooding in your neighborhood, that doesn't mean that that possibility is off the table, because keep in mind, we still have ways to go until the rain is over. So here's a look at the excessive rainfall outlook. This is a product issued by the Weather Prediction Center. It goes from a scale from 1 to 4, marginal being 1 and high being 4. We sit under a moderate risk, which is a level 3 out of 4 on the scale. This essentially means that flash flooding is likely. So we could see some very heavy rain, and it's not going to take much to see some additional problems. Keep in mind we have that flash flood watch in effect until at least tomorrow at around noon time tomorrow. So we could see an additional 4 to 6 inches of rain with locally higher amounts. So that's on top of what we've already seen. In some spots have already seen over a foot of rainfall. You see these this fuchsia color that's indicating anywhere between 8 and about 14 inches of rainfall. That's portions of Assumption Parish, and then Ascension Parish, Iberville Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, and western Livingston Parish. So again, not going to take much to see some additional problems. Here's a look at the live Viper radar. Again, you can see some pockets of moderate to heavy rain now starting to develop just west of Donaldsonville, and these are generally moving to the east-northeast, and so we'll have to watch for some additional development over the next several hours. Here's a closer view of Baton Rouge, and then areas just north of Autumn Run, you're dealing with some moderate rainfall. So this would be the Oak Hills area as well, near LSU, College, and then portions even here at Perkins Row, dealing with some light to moderate rainfall. But again, it's not going to take much to see some additional problems. River observations from the Amite River Basin, these were updated as of about 7 a.m., 6 to 7 a.m. Ward Creek, a little over 23 feet at the moment. Dawson Creek reaching almost 23 feet. Bayou Fountain, a little over 14 feet. Now, some of these areas have reached record levels, but then they start to drop. But again, with more rain headed our way, we could see some additional swelling and some additional flooding. Those are just a list of many, many river observations around the area. And here's a look at the latest river forecast. So the Amite River at Denham Springs currently sits over about 25.5 feet, expected to crest to around 33 feet. So that orange color that you see, these are the forecast crests, expecting minor river flooding. The Amite River at Bayou Manchac expected to enter moderate flood stage, but keep in mind these numbers will likely go up, only because we'll have to wait and see where the heaviest of rain is set to fall. Those are based on this morning's forecast. So we'll see what the National Weather Service says with the latest updates. Here's the HRRR model. This is around 10 a.m. showing that complex I was telling you about, the one that's developing over our area, starting to lift to the northeast, kind of pinwheeling out of here. But you can see how it's just hanging over the same areas over an extended amount of time. That is why we are worried about some additional flooding. This isn't to say that it's going to develop or hang out and train over areas east of I-55, but it gives you an idea that we are expecting the training to occur later on today. We'll just have to see where it sets up. Here's 5 o'clock showing some drying, and then we'll likely see more storms flare up into the overnight hours as well. So we'll likely get at least some dry time before storms pick back up tomorrow. 80% chance for rain on Wednesday. Thursday, 60 to 70%. We'll kind of have to see what happens with tomorrow's storms as well. And then Friday, rain chances start to go down, and then we turn sharply drier by the weekend because ridge of high pressure is going to build to our east. That means we're going to dry out, and then we're going to really heat up. So estimated rainfall over the next 3 days. This is just an estimate from the Weather Prediction Center indicating 4 to 6 plus. But again, as you saw, some spots saw over a foot of rainfall just last night. So that's what I mean by locally higher amounts will be possible. So again, we'll have to see where the heaviest of rain set up. But again, flooding concerns today and tomorrow, so possibly some heavy rain on Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. Will start to dry out, but temperatures start to crank up. We'll likely hit near 90 degrees by Monday. Let's get a check on the traffic. Again, numerous road closures around the area. This is just one of the major ones. Please check before you get on the roads if you absolutely have to this morning. Keep in mind, I-10 is shut down in both directions between Highland and Siegen, so expect some major delays. You will be forced off the interstate. You can always take airline, but we are seeing some major backups on airline as well. You can find a full list of all the road closures on our website, brproud.com. Your traffic is sponsored by Peyton Murphy at the Murphy Law Firm.
Now, your weather forecast with meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. Now, your weather forecast with meteorologist Ashley Ruiz.
Governor John Bel Edwards has declared a state of emergency as strong storms continue to dump heavy rain across most of the state. Here's a look at the flooding in Lake Charles. Some places saw more than a foot of rain in just a few hours closer to home. In Ascension Parish, some places saw more than 6 inches of rain. Most of our viewing area is still under a flash flood watch that will stay in place through at least noon Wednesday. Of course, Ashley will have an in-depth look at your forecast and current conditions coming up. And the high water is stalling cars all over South Louisiana, leaving many people stranded. Our Giovanni Ligi continues our coverage in Lafayette.
The severe storms creating pools of water like lakes on the roadway across Lafayette.
I don't know what's going on. What is a monsoon? Where we at? Hawaii?
Leaving drivers with nowhere to turn to.
I just got over there. Now I'm stuck.
At Camellia and Johnston, the floodwaters touching the knees of those stranded on the streets.
I'm scared to pass in the water. I don't want my car to get stuck.
Folks saying they just wanted to get home.
And I feel for people that have kids and stuff, because you got people that can't get home to their kids, you know? I don't have kids, but I still want to go home.
Dozens of cars stuck in a small area.
I seen another car got stuck and I just immediately just froze. And I was quick thinking, I said, let me turn into a parking lot because I'm too far away from home.
As some floodwaters have gone down, other parts of the city still facing flash flooding. I'm News 10's Giovanni Ligi reporting.
Coming up, we'll have tips from the Baton Rouge Fire Department on how you navigate through the severe weather. More details coming up. The Baton Rouge and St. George fire departments have been responding to a number of calls this morning due to rising flood waters. We caught up with the department for a look at the overnight flooding and what's still left to do.
Our teams train year in, year out for this. Unfortunately, we're well versed to these issues in South Louisiana. Don't drive through any standing water, especially moving water. It only takes a few inches and it can push your vehicle off the roadway.
Earlier in the event, we were having a lot of automobile accidents, and a lot of the rescues involved rescuing people from vehicles that had gone into high water.
Obviously, it is concerning to folks when they see that water coming up, but know that we're here. All of your emergency responders are here and ready, and if you need us, call us.
Obviously, the darkness compounded the difficulty of everything we were doing. And it also compounded the fear of the people who had water rising in their homes or in their apartments.
Some areas where vehicles were completely underwater or submerged, we'll do a secondary search with our teams through those areas to make sure no one was inside those vehicles. We certainly sympathize with that. We lived through that 16 flood with everyone else, and it can be a traumatic memory that comes back.
It's been a trying night. It will probably be a trying day, but we'll all get through it.
Still ahead, hundreds of residents are waking up to water in their homes this morning, while residents say the flooding could have been prevented.
Live. You're watching Fox 44 First Edition.
Well, good Tuesday morning. Thank you for joining us for Fox 44's first edition. I'm Jonah Gilmore. It's a wet start to this Tuesday following a night of rain and flooding. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz is here with the latest on what we can expect moving forward. Ashley?
Good morning, Jonah. Yes, so we are still dealing with some heavy rain, at least for some areas, but the good news is we're just seeing light to moderate rain for most spots. You can kind of see how the storm complex is pinwheeling a little bit to the northeast. So it's moving again counterclockwise, lifting to the east northeast, but until then it's going to slowly move to the east northeast and northeast over the next several hours. And unfortunately we are seeing some redevelopment, and especially out to our west. So we're going to have to watch for additional flash flooding. So keep in mind that flash flood warning is in effect for Iberville Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, Ascension Parish, and Livingston Parish until 10 a.m. this morning. Could see again some additional flash flooding, and we have ongoing flash flooding, high water, closing numerous roads at the moment, which we'll get to a little later. We have a moderate risk for excessive rainfall today, which means flash flooding is likely. We could easily pick up 4 to 6 inches of rainfall within the areas shaded in green under this flash flood watch on top of what we've already seen. And 4 to 6 inches of rain, we could pick that up just today alone. Locally higher amounts. And what I mean by that, some spots could easily double, triple these amounts, which what we saw just within the last 24 hours. So that is why we have that flash flood watch in effect at least until midday tomorrow. That could get extended into our Thursday as well. Areas shaded in this fuchsia and purpley color have seen, again, 8 to about 14 inches of rain and counting. So we could easily pick up several more inches of rainfall this morning, and we'll have to see if we have redevelopment this afternoon. So we are starting to see some pockets of orange and red, just very isolated spots. That's indicating some heavier downpours, and I can hear it coming down here at the station as well. And we're just under a pocket of moderate rainfall, so it's not going to take much to see some additional flooding issues. Zooming in just to show you again, north of Donaldsonville, basically just along the river. Addison, Plaquemine, you're mostly dry at the moment, but you're still under that flash flood warning. Oak Hills Place, and then near Perkins, Shenandoah, you're seeing some light to moderate rainfall, and along I-10 we'll go a little closer just so I can show you. Barclay Place, you're dealing with again some moderate rainfall. Highland Crossing, Castile, and near the Highlands dealing with light rain. So again, looking at the river observations, again, this is at the Amite River Basin, just some of the many areas along the rivers, the Comite and such. You can find a full list on our website. I'll put that on there for you. It's been a busy morning, so I'll get to that shortly. But you can see Dawson Creek reaching almost 23 feet. Now this is as of 7 a.m. These numbers will likely start to fall before they may even climb again later. So we're going to have to watch for some backwater flooding, unfortunately. And the Amite River at Bayou Manchac is expected to reach moderate flood stage later in the week. So we will likely have some issues on top of seeing more rain. Our rain chances remain high at least until Thursday. So coming up in the full report in about 10 minutes or so, I'll walk you through everything, go over all this again in more detail. That's coming up in just a little bit. Let's get another check on the traffic. The one major issue that we have right now, this stretch of Interstate I-10 in both directions between Highland and Seguin still remains shut down. Now again, this is one of the many spots that we have high water and some flooding issues. Looking at the ways, again, you're seeing a lot going on the map, I know. Airline, we're seeing a lot of traffic. We're also seeing a lot of traffic on Perkins, on Seguin, seeing a lot of issues out there. So please, if you have to be on the roads, use extreme caution and avoid all flooded areas. We'll have more updates coming up. Your traffic is sponsored by Peyton Murphy at the Murphy Law Firm. Jonah?
Thank you, Ashley. This area along Seguin Lane flooded overnight. This apartment complex sits at the foot of the overpass near the Seguin Marketplace. Multiple people had to be rescued from this area, and some cars remain underwater. You're taking a live look at those cars right now. You can see that water is near the windows of some of those cars. A lot of rescues there overnight. We'll continue to monitor that situation and bring that latest to you on air and online and on our free Be a Proud app. And earlier this morning, we witnessed a volunteer rescue someone from that apartment complex you just saw. Check this out. A member of the Cajun Navy pulls up to a window and a man is able to climb out. They drive up shortly after to find some higher ground. And we're following developing news. West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office confirms a body has been found along LA 415. A spokesman with the office says the body was found inside a car that had been submerged in water. We're told state police is investigating that incident. And now taking a look at the Entergy power outage map, nearly 24,000 people are waking up in the dark across the state, including over 15,000 in East Baton Rouge Parish. Officials are urging everyone to stay off the roads. Those roads are clearing up, but if you don't have to go out, do not do it. And some Baton Rouge area schools are closing today due to last night's severe weather. New information this morning, LSU and Southern and now BRCC is adding to the list of school closures in the Baton Rouge areas. Meanwhile, East Baton Rouge, the Dunham School, Iberville Parish and Ascension Parish have announced they're closing their doors today. School officials say they expect to resume classes tomorrow. And later today, we expect to hear from Governor John Bel Edwards about the flash flooding and continued threat to Louisiana for much of the rest of this week. That news conference is scheduled for this afternoon at 3:30. You can stream that on the free Be Our Proud app. And now the city parish is expected to call a press conference later this morning, but we do have some preliminary information. As of early this morning, the Baton Rouge Fire Department has responded to nearly 100 calls for high water. That's according to a spokesman for the mayor's office. He says some of those were for rescues, but Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome tells us that thankfully there have not been no reported deaths in East Baton Rouge Parish related to this storm. We talked to her earlier about this latest event.
We've seen an exorbitant amount of rain showers, more powerful rain showers more frequently. The truth is there's not a drainage system that can handle this amount of rain in this period of time.